This is Jeff Townsend, correspondent for DESIUSA TV. We are here in another part of our series focusing on local bands of the San Francisco Bay Area. Today we have Horns Aplenty. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So we have Russ Button on my left here, and Russ is sort of the informal lead of the band. And of course the other band members. So what I'd like to do is for each of you guys to introduce yourself and mention what instrument you play. So why don't we start here, Mario?
I'm Mario Sternat. I play the tenor trombone.
John?
I also play the tenor trombone, John Kenny.
I'm Scott Sterling. I play bass trombone.
Russ?
I play trumpet, cornet, and flugelhorn.
Eric?
And I'm Eric Wayne. I play trumpet, cornet, and flugelhorn.
Oh, hey guys, hey, thanks so much for being here. We're really looking forward to your set today that you're going to play a good number of songs. Horns Aplenty is a brass band that plays a lot of different genres of music. So Russ, let me start right off, and why don't you tell me about all the different kinds of music you play, because I know it's varied.
Well, you know, we play brass band, which is like 19th century stuff. We play classical stuff. We play jazz. We play swing. We play ragtime. We play Dixieland. We play love songs, we play sad songs, we play Irish songs, which are somewhere between love and sad, maybe the both. You know, we have music for any kind of mood, for people who are happy, for people who are dead. You know, just whatever you want, man, we've got it.
You got music for dead people?
We have the Dead Man Blues. You'll hear that on this thing tonight, man.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you guys, I know, have a lot of big band background, played in big bands. So what kind of brought you to doing being in a brass band?
Well, the brass band has a unique sound, and it's more open. There's a lot of room for displaying your talent without being caught up in a large group of people. That'd be one difference. There's different arrangements for big bands that where you're not playing all the time. This time you're playing constantly. So it's quite a strenuous format. Okay, so you guys have 5 members of the band here. How long has this group of guys been together?
Well, we've had this, Horns Aplenty's been together about 2 years, but this group of 5, I brought Mario just recently, and he's the player I've been looking for. I'm in love with this band. I'm in love with these guys, and we're going to make some great music this year.
Sounds great. I've heard some of the music that you guys have done. They have a website, the Horns Aplenty website, and you have a MySpace. It's really sounded great. What are sort of typical gigs that you guys do?
Oh, we just played McGrath's Irish Pub in Alameda. We went to an Irish pub and we played Bach. They dug it, man, because Bach swings.
How about, so how was that being at the Irish pub? Were people into it? You guys playing Danny Boy?
Oh, yeah. You can't go to an Irish pub and not play Danny Boy. I'm sorry, it's the law. You know, it's the rules. We play by the rules.
So how about, so you mentioned the Irish pub, McGrath's you played recently. What are the other kinds of places that you guys will play at? What are the kind of venues, if you will?
Well, right now we're going to be doing street fairs this year. I've got a wedding booked for us later this fall. Private parties. Wherever somebody's got a mood, we got a song.
What? So I know you guys do a little bit of everything, and want to turn to you, John, for this one. So what is it that you guys really like about playing the jazz, the big band, and the swing? I know you guys do a little bit of everything. What do you really like about that type of music?
Well, it's in the dance band tradition, the American dance band, like Basie, Ellington, and it's something that all of us really are experienced in, and it's really just fun to do it in a group this size. It's different than playing in a big band. It's just really a lot of fun. Okay.
So, I'm sure you guys played at a lot of very classy events. Maybe it's, at a very nice wedding, maybe it's a country club location. How do you guys handle it? I mean, you guys are up there on stage playing this really beautiful music. How do you handle it when you have people that are just out of control? They're on the dance floor and maybe they're drunk, they're a mess, and you're just trying not to just, crack up. I mean, you're playing, your instruments, the trombone, the trumpet. How do you deal with that?
Well, we sort of look at each other and,
how do we deal with that?
How do we deal with that? Yeah.
Well, we don't have Freebird in the books.
Yeah.
That always comes up one way or the other.
Well,
We
yeah,
actually let that harmonica player sit in once, didn't we?
that's we did, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
but
know,
for-
he's just-
I don't think we let him. I didn't think we had a choice.
But he was juiced, you know, and that was good, man. You know, he was. It's all about, you know, enjoying yourself. I mean, music it's a special communication. It's power, it's joy, and it's the most wonderful thing. And if somebody's totally ripped, man, that they belong.
Or the energy comes from the crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's much more fun and more. It's easier almost.
Oh yeah.
And you want to play longer.
So I guess what you're saying is that you were at some function, some guy came up, and he must have been hammered out of his mind, and had a
Yeah.
harmonica on him,
Yeah.
and he just joined the band. Is that what you're
That's
saying?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And has that ever happened before, or was that just like a one-time thing?
No, man, people. There's always somebody in the crowd. You know, either the guy wants to sing, or they want to dance with you, or they got their harp, or whatever. You know, so it's good.
Hey, you guys are open-minded at the very least. I got to say that. Kudos for you for, if it was my band, I might just be saying, hey, you got to stop and kick this guy out. But hey, that's just me. What would you say has been the best gig that you've ever done? That I've been thinking of. I know you guys have all been musicians for a long time. So Eric, why don't I start with you? What has been the best gig that you've ever done?
Well, that would be probably the best gig this year or last year, because every year you have 2 or 3 jobs that everything really locks in. Probably the best one in recent memory was the Cartoon Jazz Orchestra. We played at Yoshi's for 2 sets on a Sunday. It was a last minute booking, and we packed the house on the first set with walk-ins off the street. And that's a 13-piece jazz orchestra that plays all the music of Raymond Scott and all the cartoon music that you're used to hearing from Warner Brothers cartoons. And what we do is we take the cartoon music and expand it a little bit so we can actually open up and play some jazz with it. And it's like 13 of some of the Bay Area's best players. And that evening was solid and on the money. And when it just all syncs like that, it's the best gig in the world. Yes,
You've heard all these things, man. Yeah, the band rips. They're great players.
So how was the crowd that night? Was the crowd into it?
The crowd was very into it. I'm constantly shocked at how many people really dig the cartoon music. I thought it was just me, being a weirdo, being too old to stop watching cartoons. But the crowd absolutely loved it.
He's modest. I mean, the cartoon music is not easy.
Yeah.
There's
It's hard stuff, yeah.
Very complicated.
Have all you guys been in big bands and sort of come from that big band background?
I did certainly.
Oh, yeah.
I did that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I first met Mario playing in a big band 25 years ago.
Sure.
Oh yeah. We've been swinging a long time. Yeah.
Would you say that big band and swing is sort of your favorite kind of music, or are you guys just really open that you just love playing?
I wish I was born in the 40s.
Yeah. Born too late, man.
I thought you were.
40 years too late, man. That's what it is.
That's right.
So you guys, how about the rest of you guys? I mean, I personally know exactly what you're saying because, I love, so much of the stuff that happened in the 40s. The great old movies, the film noir movies from the 30s and 40s,
Right.
the great Art Deco furniture from the 40s.
Right.
You have the Sinatra and all that. So how about the rest of you guys? You guys, really loving. Do you ever have that feeling that, maybe if you were born in the 30s and 40s, I mean, that was your time period, or, do you have a different opinion? How about you, Russ?
I was a cab driver in 1943. I got run over by a bus. That was the last lifetime, man.
I got you. Hey, well, on to new and better things. On to new and better things. That's what we say.